selling loudly cases, where the cases was happened in Johor itself in 2018, and it has been appealed for 5 times, and 3 times been the same trials been running out throughout the cases. The first one is the people who are victimized here is the Orang Asli people, which is called as a Jakun, and also against with the governments of Johor Estate Land. So this is considered as a civil cases. So first, the facts of the case is the appellant had that the 2 judgments of the High Court, suits 106 and also 228. Here we should see that why it is called as a suit. Okay, as I said before, that is a government of Johor was owned the land, right, the state land, and also they was doing a project to build up buildings. So and also a dam. So these two going to be run there. During that time, the Jakun peoples was staying there, then they need to be go out from that particular place. So consider they need to be paid for the compensation because they need to be go from there, or else they need to give a place to live at that particular area. But they refuse to do that. So here, the accused of the new person, which is Kaniwa, he's a public prosecutor, and also he was trying to help out this kind of people. But unfortunately, he was falls under the AMLA. AMLA is Anti-Money Laundering Act, where he was taking out some of the compensation, and also he doesn't have a proper documentaries of the people that they are staying at the Orang Asli, that Johor area. So unfortunately, the case was held as the place. The first one is the place is it's not under the public trust, it is under the private trust because it was by the people. And the second one, it is called that Kaniwa is not entitled for having the compensation as well because he was involved with the activities of AMLA, which is Anti-Money Laundering Act. So the next one. Yeah, I already done this. So the next one, the famous case, which is Dato' Sri Mohamed Najib. So this case was fall under the criminal breach of trust. So the criminal breach of trust, where Dato' Sri Mohamed Najib was charged with 3 counts of criminal, which is a breach of trust, as a public servant and the agent of the government, namely Prime Minister, Finance Minister, and also the advisor of the SRC. So these 3 positions was held by him himself during his ruling duration as a Prime Minister. So here I want to give an example where Prime Minister, which our former Prime Minister, Dato' Sri Mohamed Najib, he was a Prime Minister, and he want to take out the money of the government from Minister of Finance, so that he himself, as Dato' Sri Mohamed Najib, he was go to Dato' Sri Mohamed Najib again because he was the Minister of Finance at that moment, and then he want to deposit that money to the SRC as an advisor. So there he was the volunteer as he was the advisor, and he need to pay back to the Dato' Sri Mohamed Najib back. So this 3 triangle process was done by him himself during his period. That's why the issue was occurred against whether why the process during Dato' Sri Mohamed Najib during that period, why it was held so fast, because the money can be go out so easily, and then the process was so easily because he was holding 3 positions during that moment.